What's going on YouTube? I hope y'all niggas are safe. We are reacting to South Africa. Men love promiscuous women. Do we? I don't even know. Let's just watch the video. Me personally, dog. I don't like promiscuous women, but I do love hot women, and most hot women are promiscuous. So it's kind of contradicting. Let's just get into the video, man.
Hi, darling. Welcome back. So, do men like promiscuous women? Do they like women who they consider easy? Or is it just confusion? Because there seems to be this dichotomy whereby in public, a lot of
I honestly think men don't like easy women. Men just like easy access to sex. Men just want sex, though. But then again, if you want easy access to sex, then you want easy women. So dog, this whole thing is contradicting. Hey man, we contradict ourselves the whole day, every day as South African men. So we can never win, dog.
men claim to hate women who are promiscuous. They claim that they don't like women who are too easy or who give it up on the first night. But in private, in the dark corners of the night, in nightlife, some of these men are dealing with a woman who might be considered promiscuous. So, is it confusion? Are they lying? Or just lack sexual discipline? So there's a guy.
I think it's all of them. Or maybe, bro. Bro. I think, dog. Let me be honest. One thing that makes men go for promiscuous women and easy women is the lack of access to sex, dog. Most men are unfuckable, dog. Most men in South Africa are unfuckable. No woman wants to be with you. So what they resort to is buying, raping, doing all sorts of crazy things just to get laid, dog. Instead of working on themselves, working on yourself, dog. As a man, you gotta work on yourself. Young boys, if you're watching this video, work on yourself. Get in the gym. Take care of yourself, man. Make yourself the best version possible, and you won't have trouble with women. I promise you, dog. You won't have trouble getting a woman, and I know that's what most of men in South Africa want. They just want to be in a relationship with a beautiful woman who's gonna be submissive and make their life easier, dog. But it all starts with working on yourself. If you don't work on yourself, just forget about having a woman, and dog, it's gonna be hard for you. You might get a woman, but probably not on what the fuck do you call this, dog? Not on genuine desire, dog. You really want your woman to desire you sexually. Let's just watch the video, guys. I think I'm talking too much.
Guy on TikTok who started a series recently about his appreciation of Ifebe. That's what he terms it. And I'm not saying women are Ifebe, that's just the terminology that they're using. So I'm going to use the terminology that's being used in this conversation. I don't support name calling. I don't support this dehumanizing process of calling people Ifebe, but this is the context. These are the words I will use for the conversation throughout because that is the wording that's being used. So this guy, Don Riz, started a conversation.
If you want to be happy in this life, marry a hoe. If you want to be happy in this life, marry a hoe. I am telling you, if happy. I guess that.
Right now, I'm 21.
I don't agree. I don't agree, dog. Marrying a hoe. You really wanna marry a hoe? Do you know the stress that comes with even dealing with a hoe? Dog? You don't even have to be in a relationship with her and she will give you sleepless nights. We all know how hoes move, bro. You don't want to marry a hoe, dog. I mean, the sex might be fire, but there's a whole lot of things that you don't know about that hoe, dog. She's coming with a lot. If you're gonna put yourself in a situation like that, just be ready, dog, because you might unalive yourself in a few years.
I'm not expecting myself to find my husband now. Because, like, dude, I'm 21. Let me, not favor in general, but let me, like, go out. I don't want to say explore. Let me, like, shut up. All the niggas saying, shut up. I'm not saying I'm going out. Man, I'm every single nigga. No, but let me, like, experience this nigga's personality. This nigga's personality.
Boys, you know me.
Yanda just wants to be a hoe, bro. Let's not lie. Yanda just wants to be a hoe in peace. And man, I'm not against you hoes wanting to be hoes. I'm just against men wifing up hoes, dog. I mean, there's always gonna be hoes, whether we like it or not. There's always gonna be hoes. Hoes are everywhere, dog, and they're always gonna be there. We're gonna live, we're gonna die. Hoes are always gonna be there. They've been here way before us, so there's always gonna be hoes. But, dog, you don't really want to put yourself in that situation whereby you are dating a hoe. If you've dated a hoe, you know. I've never personally, me. Hey, bro, I think I have. You, shit, I have. We're not gonna get into that right now. Let's just watch the video.
Never ask anything from you. I never ask anything from you. So this is the first time ever asking anything. Boys, please tell Yanda to put me on her roster. Matter of fact, she can remove all the other Bruelas. I can play different characters. I can be Tabiso. I can be Caesar. I can be Peter. I can be all sorts of characters. I will do what Tony Diamond failed to do. Boys, go tell Yanda.
Let me get this straight. You met me outside. You met me in the miniskirt and the crop top. That's how you met me. Now you have me and are confused when I'm still wearing the miniskirt and the crop top, and are confused when I'm still going outside. That's where you found me.
That's a thing, guys. That's a thing. If you're gonna meet women in clubs, if you're gonna meet women dressed in promiscuous ways, don't get in a relationship with her and try to change her, though. It won't work. It won't work. It will only just bring resentment to you and towards her. You'll just end up resenting each other, and then the relationship, as always, it will fail. So don't meet women in the clubs and think that I'm gonna be in a relationship with her. I'm about to grow kids with this woman. But no, bro. Women in the club are for recreational use only. Fucking move on. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple.
If you wanted a nun, go to church.
Every day I come on this platform and I give you guys a lesson. I teach you. I give you homework. Some of you bring back the homework with the correct answers. And then we go and do an exam and you guys still fail. I don't understand this. I really don't understand it. We discussed that there are two types of E-Fab. E-Fab and E-Fab. And this one, she's E-Fab because she's telling you all the truth. She is E-Fab and she's proud of it and she shows it and she lives by it. Why would you want her to all of a suddenly be a nun when she's E-Fab, dog?
There's a lot of comments on his profile, and it might be satire, but this is actually something that is really happening in real life, whereby we see some men, not all men, some men marry women who might look a certain way or dress in a certain way, and then when they go out of their marriages, they date women who look like the complete opposite. So a lot of the men on the comments shared, it's becoming a movement in its own on his profile, where they were sharing even memes. They've created their own memes that are in support of this ideology, of this idea of liking and talking about liking Ifebe. And I do think that there's a lot of truth in there, not for every single human being, man or woman, but there is some truth in the fact that in public, a lot of men claim to not like promiscuous women, but in private, those are the women that they deal with when they're cheating on their good wives.
I won't lie, she's speaking facts. She's speaking facts. The girls that niggas don't want to get in relationships with are the girls that they cheat with. That's the thing, bro. Like, the thing is, hoes are hot. Hoes are fucking hot, bro. Let's not even lie. I said it first. Hoes are fucking hot. Hoes are hot. Hoes are hot. Bro, I'm not even lying. We all know hoes are hot, dog. And they're hotter than good girls. I mean, of course, there are good girls who are hotter than some hoes, but in general, most hot women are hoes, dog. And we all want a taste of that. You know what I'm talking about, dog. If you're a nigga, you know, bro. You know. You definitely know, dog. But I'm definitely not capping. And she's actually not capping, dog. It's a real thing. Niggas cheat with hoes. Of course, because they are hoes. But why do we actually do that, guys? But to us, it makes sense. It makes sense. Marry the good girl, cheat with the hoe. And they don't look alike. Bro, I'd rather have it like that, though. Let's keep doing it, gents. It's the safest way to go, though. But she's not lying anyway.
Let's go through some of the comments. Smoothie Magiela says, nah, we're drawing the line at marrying. But spend money and vibe with the 403? Hell yeah. Tando, people will think you are playing, but this is actually true. Ifebe will make you the happiest man. Sia, why change Ifebe?
Just enjoy. Just enjoy. Just enjoy. Just enjoy. Enjoy your time with them, bro. Enjoy the pussy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't change them. This comment right here, they're not meant to be changed. Don't try to change a hoe, bro. Leave them to be hoes for recreational use only. I think I'm getting too excited about this whole talk, bro. Like, I'm getting fired up.
Don Riz responded, they are not meant to be changed. Say, Ifebe have my heart. They don't give us problems. In and out. Don responded, we love them so much, but these other guys want to deal with Ifebe. Zio, bro, these are the women we need. The last one by Abuti. Ifebe are to be enjoyed, not to be changed. So when it comes to this conversation, I want to analyze it from two perspectives. I want to analyze it from the context of leadership, the idea that men in the household are supposed to be leaders. And then I will also analyze it from nature to question this, to think about it, to unpack it. Let's go to the idea of men being leaders and the head of the family. That is an idea that is very popular in African culture. So here are the questions that I have for men who believe that a man is supposed to be a leader. If you are a leader, but your actions do not align with your values, you say you value purity, these men who are married or cheating on their girlfriends with side chicks and all that, I have a question. If you value the good woman. You value the pure woman in your words, the woman who doesn't sleep around, who doesn't have a huge past or a low body count. I understand. Some of you are going to use the key and lock analogy. Futhi ke ngiyanazi ke nina nizosebenzisa the lock and key analogy. The lock and key analogy is very shallow. It doesn't go deeper. It's a very shallow analogy. So a leader is someone you want to follow. So if I'm going on a camp, let's say we are in the forest, we're going on a camp, and our leader seems to going in opposite directions. Our leader seems to not have a clear direction of where he's going. Are we supposed to trust his leadership? One moment our leader is telling us,
Bro, she's just spewing a whole lot of nonsense, though. I mean, maybe it makes sense to some of you. You can go watch the video. I'm just gonna skip that part for now. You know what I'm saying? She's just saying a whole lot of
wouldn't your creator create an equal counterpart, an equally yoked counterpart, a woman who's also naturally okay with your cheating? But it's never the case. There's a guy who highlighted this point very well.
Let's talk about the fact that it's believed that naturally men cheat and women should just accept that. Okay, whether you disagree with it or not, just keep an open mind. Let's have a conversation here. Just listen. So, but it's also interesting for me, okay, if it's naturally for a man to cheat, then we are saying it should be natural for a woman to accept it, right? It should be natural that it shouldn't hurt her so bad. If it hurt her so bad, she probably has the capacity to handle it, because we're talking about nature here, right? Am I correct? Sure. But it gets very strange when I start to realize that a lot of women who start to have that social power, who have the economic power and their own sexual power, they can't stand it. Not all of women, but women who start to have their own autonomy, independence, and awareness of self and their threshold limit in terms of infidelity and cheating, you'll hear interesting things from this woman. Some women would say, you know what, really, when a person cheats on you, you never know what you would really do, honestly, yeah. But you'd hear things like, I think if a man cheats me once, I'll give him a chance to work on it. You'll hear things like, he cheats, it's fine. But when he starts having babies, I'm gone. You'll hear things like,
this is definitely not a lie. We've seen it a lot. I mean, in general, women forgive cheating more than men. And apparently that has changed in today's society, dog. Apparently men are forgiving cheating more than women, because my brothers are incels. They don't have options. No woman to fall back on. My brothers, they're afraid of being single. They don't want to be alone. So they just resort to forgiving cheating. Bro, I honestly think if you forgive your woman for cheating on you, you are a bitch, bro. And I used to be that guy, so I can call that nigga a bitch. My past self, he was a fucking bitch. Bro, do you know what goes into a woman cheating on you, dog? Like, it's a lot. I'm not saying you should cheat on your woman, but bro, you cannot forgive a woman for cheating. Hey.
it's okay if he cheats, as long as he has money, as long as he gives me money, it's fine. Then you realize that this whole thing of cheating and infidelity, there's a part of it, maybe if you want to argue and say, yeah, it's still natural, but there's a part of it that is not. There's part of it that is based on what society calls normal, or what if a group of people in society calls normal. It could be based on the social implications of it. It could be based on the economic power. It could be based on the social status, right? And the sexual power, which in a patriarchal society has been given to men. So by default, there's a lot of women who are forced to accept it, that it's natural. Some of these women don't even know that they are forced into it. They are made to believe that it's natural because it's a man who's in control through the patriarchal system, or who has been in control. But like I said, it gets very interesting when you see women who starts to be independent socially, economically, and own their sexual power. It gets interesting when you see now there's women now who starts to have a threshold limit. Some, it goes as far as saying if you cheat once, she's gone. So I question, the whole narrative, yeah, infidelity and cheating for banna, it's just a natural thing for all men. I question it to some extent. Is it completely natural?
I won't lie, dog. I don't think cheating is natural for men, dog. If you wanna cheat, you will cheat. If you're a bitch, you will cheat. In general, dog, if you are a hoe, you are a hoe. You will cheat, dog. I honestly don't think it's natural for men to cheat. I mean, we do have wandering eyes, and we do suffer from lust. Most men suffer from lust, dog. And it's not only going into cheating, like it goes into like porn addiction and all sorts of things we don't want to get into right now. But I honestly don't think cheating is natural for men. I mean, if you want to sleep with different women because you're a man, talk to your girlfriend. Don't take my advice, dog. I'm just saying. Talk to your woman. Tell her you wanna fuck this other bitch, dog. She probably won't accept it. But, bro, like, I don't know, man. Just do you. Don't take my advice. That was stupid advice. Put it to the side. Don't take my advice. Just do you. But if you get caught cheating, you probably might get dumped. The chances are slim, but yeah, man, that's you, man.
Or is it based on the social systems? Is it based on how the conditioning and how we are wired, the influences, the culture, the way of living around, that plays factor into infidelity and cheating as well? Guys, let me know what you think. But just to say that it's natural, so by default, if it's natural, it means women should naturally have the capacity to accept it, to tolerate it, and it should be equal, that tolerance. And if again cheating and infidelity is natural, all men should want to cheat, like each and every single day. But that's not the case. So you realize that it's more complex than we think.
There's a clear inconsistency here. There's a clear mismatch. If women are supposed to accept cheating, why do some women react very badly to cheating? Yes, women cheat as well. I know 100% there are women who cheat as well. That's why the term "ife."
Because cheating is wrong, my girl. Cheating is wrong, dog. Bro, if you gonna be in a committed relationship with someone and you're like decide that we are locking in, we don't want anybody else besides us in this relationship. I don't care what you are, man or woman, you shouldn't cheat, dog. You shouldn't cheat, bro. Because you are committed. Why are you committed? If you still wanna sleep with other women, don't be in a committed relationship. That's all I'm saying. So it's not natural for us to cheat anyway. I don't know, man. You niggas just do the most, dog. The most random shit, bro. Like, hey.
They exist because of women who are considered promiscuous. But this conversation is focused on men. If it's natural, then women wouldn't have such a horrible reaction to it. Divorces wouldn't happen. Families wouldn't be destroyed by it. If it's so natural, it wouldn't cause so much pain. It would be a simple thing. And I know people will say women can deal with emotional pain better than men. That is not true. Pain is pain. We cannot quantify a human's pain. Pain is pain. Nobody wants to go through pain. And cheating is a source of pain for both men and women. So if it's natural, then it would be acceptable. But for a lot of people, it really hurts. You know what I'm realizing? I'm realizing that this goes back to the Madonna whore complex. The Madonna whore complex is basically a psychological theory that where men fall in love, they lose physical attraction. The women that they fall in love with, they can't see them as these sexual beings.
The Madonna whore complex is a psychological phenomenon that was introduced to the world of psychology in the early 1900s by Sigmund Freud. Essentially, what that means is when a man desires a woman physically or intimately, he doesn't view her as someone who's worth being with for the long run. Whereas when a man loves a woman, he doesn't desire her physically because she's generally not his type. If a man has this Madonna whore complex, this is exactly how his mind operates. The Madonna whore complex is when a man views women as two distinct polar opposites. On one end, he views women as either a Madonna, or on the other end, it's the exact opposite, which would be a whore. It's either one or the other. And we've all heard men say it before, oh, well, if she's not wifey material, then she's for the streets. That is the epitome of the Madonna whore complex. You either view women as one or the other. There's no middle ground. It's very black and white thinking for men who have the Madonna whore complex. Historically speaking, the Madonna was always depicted in literature and art as a woman who was very holy, very submissive, very ladylike, very virtuous, very much wifey material, whereas on the other end you had the whore. That was typically a woman who was sexually open, more expressive, and more so on the quote-unquote promiscuous side. So when Sigmund Freud talks about how such men cannot love if they desire, and if they desire they cannot love, he's specifically referring to men who have a very dichotomous way of thinking when it comes to viewing a woman. So if a man desires a woman physically and intimately, chances are he's probably not going to view her as someone who he wants to be with.
This is a crazy concept. I won't lie, bro. It makes a lot of sense. Thinking about it, I think I used to view women the exact same way. But from growing up and experiences, dog, it's all changed. I don't view women in that light. But also, again, I cannot explain how I view them. Like, why can I not explain? Am I dumb?
With long term. On the other end, if he views her as long term or quote unquote wifey material, he doesn't really desire her because that's usually not the kind of woman who he's naturally inclined to being attracted to. This is precisely one of the reasons as to why a lot of good women get cheated on, because men have this Madonna whore complex. And in essence, they'll get with the woman who has good qualities because they know that they can benefit from these good qualities that the woman has. But inwardly, this woman is not his type. So he'll go out and cheat on her with other women that is his type. This is exactly why a lot of men will claim to want natural looking women. But then you look at their following.
What the fuck was that sound, bro? Like, I'm literally scared, dog. I'm just gonna end this video right here. At the bottom line, dog, I honestly think that men just love promiscuous women. Me, myself, I love hoes. We love hoses. Where the hoes, coach? We love hoses. I love hoses. We love hoses. Let's not try to change them. But bro, if you're in a relationship, committed relationship with someone that you genuinely love and they genuinely love you back and you desire them and he desire you and it's all of that and you're like committed, you're like one, just don't cheat on her, bro. Treat her properly the way you're supposed to treat her. With that being said, I'm just gonna end the video right here. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next video. PS signing out. Bye bye. Mazungela ngama sep 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 ngazungela ngama sep yo zap zap zap